Octavio Paz described Frida Kahlo's paintings as revelations, pathways into her psyche. And I believe exactly that when you're looking at a picture by Frida Kahlo, you enter her world. It is this intense vulnerability that comes through in her self-portraiture that makes it so captivating. These are moments that have been lived, they have been survived, they have been recreated. And it is exactly what we get here with Diego y Yo. Sotheby is selling Frida Kahlo's magnificent self-portrait, Diego y Yo. Diego y Yo is actually Kahlo's great last self-portrait from the 1940s.
It's a small, sort of gem-like self-portrait which depicts not only, of course, Frida, but Diego Rivera superimposed on her forehead, literally on her mind.
By the late 1940s, Diego and Frida had entered into an understanding in their relationship. They learned to forgive each other's indiscretions and lived with the fact and with the knowledge that these were taking place. And yet, in 1949, when Frida finds out about Diego's affair with Maria Felix, this completely destroys her. She has such a powerful gaze. She just stares at you and she just cuts through, and those 3 tears rolling down her cheek are just the most powerful tears I have ever seen in the history of art.
So the hair is both like kind of untamed and natural, but there's also this idea of it kind of enclosing itself around her throat and kind of suffocating or choking her. It's open to interpretation how much that she kind of felt that, but at this point, particularly in her life, there were a lot of forces at work that were kind of suffocating her. And of course, it's only a few years later that she dies at the very young age of 47.
She was at the peak of her artistic maturity when she executed this work in 1949. One can only imagine what else she could have painted if she had lived any longer.
Kahlo's self-portraiture has permeated our culture to the extent that Kahlo and self-portraiture are synonymous, like Rembrandt and self-portraiture. She's of that level of significance, recognition, and importance. I'm just transfixed with how this artist took such a academic, really, subject and completely personalized it and created a vocabulary that is absolutely singular in the history of art. You never mistake Frida Kahlo's portraits for anybody but Frida Kahlo.
This phrase, abre los ojos, which literally means open your eyes, it's inviting her audience to look at her, to open their eyes and examine her, and sort of see her life laid bare via this incredibly honest and autobiographical portrait. But we want people also to open their eyes to the reality of Frida Kahlo as this icon of modern art. Open your eyes to the fact that she is probably the most famous and relevant artist in the entire world right now. No, it's been decades since a self-portrait of this caliber has been on the public market, and we want people to open their eyes to the fact that this is one of the great trophies, great icons of 20th century art, and the prices should reflect that.
We're so excited to be bringing this work to market because of its essential quality, because it is one of the most outstanding self-portraits Kahlo ever made. But we also are fortunate and happy to be bringing it to market at a time when there is an intersecting interest in both renewing attention to female artists and also artists from a broader global diaspora.
A work like Diego y Yo is a once-in-a-lifetime picture. This is a landmark moment for modern art.